Alright, so we have our interface for our shout box. The next thing we need to do is create our database. Alright, so the database is going to be really simple. It's going to just have one table called shouts. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to localhost/phpMyAdmin. Alright, so I'm going to create a new database. I call it shout it. Alright, and like I said, we're going to have one table. It's going to be called shouts, and it's going to take 4 different columns. Okay, so the first is going to be an ID. Alright, and I'll set this to 11, and we want to leave it at integer. And then over here we want to make sure that you choose primary, okay, because it's going to be the primary key, and then auto increment, so that with each submission the ID will add 1 automatically. Okay, so if we have 3 fields, 1, 2, 3, and we go ahead and add a new one, it's gonna be number 4. Alright. Okay, so next we're gonna have user, which is gonna be the user's name. So this is gonna be a varchar, and I'm gonna give this a max value of 50. Okay, and then the next is gonna be the actual message, and I'm just gonna set that to text. Alright, and then we have the time. Okay, I'm gonna set that to time. And we could use timestamp and then use current timestamp, so that when the record's inserted, this will be the default. But I don't want to do that. I want to format the time in PHP and then insert it into the database already formatted. Alright, so click go. I'm sorry, not go. We want to click save. And if we go to structure, you'll be able to see the fields that we just created. So next we're going to be grabbing data from the database and displaying it in our app in the browser. So what I want to do is just insert some records right in phpMyAdmin. Alright, so if we click insert, we can add a couple rows here. You want to make sure this ignore is unchecked. Alright, so I'm going to get some sample content. Alright, and I'm just going to kind of grab sentences here and there. Alright, so the user will say Brad, message, time, we'll say 11:23 a.m. Message, John, 11:24. Okay, next will be Sam. Alright, we'll do one more. Jen. Alright, so let's insert these guys. Data truncated. Alright, we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so let's check this out. I must have, I forgot to put in the first one here. I'm just gonna add it real quick. Message. Alright, So now we have some shouts in our database. Let me actually just change this to, let's say, 1120. All right. So that's, I guess that's where I'll stop. I'll stop right here, and then in the next video we will add the code to connect to our database and then fetch these records out and display them from within our application.